The internet froze for a moment when the video began to circulate. Grainy, unsteady, and clearly not meant for public eyes, it showed a brief but disturbing interaction that immediately set social media on fire. In the clip, Qiang appears to be pulling Yu Menglong forward, even as Yu Menglong looks visibly exhausted, struggling to keep his balance and composure. The footage lasts only seconds, but the impact has been enormous, sparking outrage, speculation, and a wave of emotional reactions from fans who feel they are witnessing something deeply wrong. What makes the video so unsettling isn't just the physical movement itself, but Yu Menglong's condition in that moment. His posture is slumped, his steps unsteady, his face drained of energy. To many viewers, he doesn't look like someone simply caught in a rushed situation. He looks worn down, pushed past his limits. As Qiang pulls him, Yu Menglong does not resist strongly, nor does he appear alert or engaged. That silence, that lack of visible strength, is what fans find hardest to forget. Almost instantly, the clip was slowed down, zoomed in, and analyzed frame by frame. Comment sections filled with questions rather than answers. Why was Yu Menglong in such a state? Had he been overworked? Was he ill? Or was this exhaustion the result of long-term pressure that had been hidden from the public? Viewers pointed out how Yu Menglong's body language seemed to communicate surrender rather than cooperation, fueling fears that he was being treated as a tool rather than a human being. Qiang's role in the video quickly became the center of controversy. Some defended him, arguing that the clip lacked context and that pulling someone in a crowded or chaotic environment could be misunderstood. Others were far less forgiving. To them, the act looked forceful and unnecessary, especially given Yu Menglong's visible fatigue. The argument wasn't just about what happened, but about what it symbolized: power, control, and the frightening ease with which exhaustion can be ignored when schedules, money, and reputation are at stake. As the video spread, past interviews and appearances of Yu Menglong were pulled back into spotlight. Fans recalled moments where he joked about being tired, brushed off long working hours, or smiled through obvious strain. At the time, these moments were dismissed as part of a hard-working celebrity's life. Now, viewed through the lens of the shocking video, they feel ominous. Some fans believe the exhaustion scene in the clip is not sudden, but the result of months or even years of relentless pressure. Industry insiders, while careful with their words, hinted that extreme fatigue is not uncommon in high-profile careers. Long shoots, constant travel, lack of sleep, and emotional stress can break even the strongest individuals. But the public response to this video suggests that fans are no longer willing to accept exhaustion as normal. The line between professionalism and exploitation suddenly feels very thin. What intensified the outrage was Yu Menglong's expression. There's no dramatic struggle, no loud protest. Instead, there is a quiet heaviness in the way he moves, as if he no longer has the strength to object. For many viewers, that silence is more disturbing than shouting would have been. It raises uncomfortable questions about how often exhaustion silences people and how easily authority figures can take advantage of that silence. Social media campaigns calling for accountability began almost immediately. Hashtags demanding explanations trended, with fans urging agencies and management to address Yu Menglong's condition. Some demanded a public apology. Others wanted a full investigation into working conditions behind the scenes. A few even called for Qiang to step back from his position until clarity was provided. At the heart of it all was a simple demand: acknowledge what people saw and do not dismiss it as imagination. Yet there is also fear. Fear that the truth will never fully come out. Fear that the video will be labeled misinterpreted and quietly forgotten. Fear that Yu Menglong, already exhausted, will be pressured into silence for the sake of image and stability. Fans worry that speaking up could cost him opportunities, while staying quiet could cost him his well-being. The emotional response has been deeply personal for many supporters. Some say they couldn't sleep after watching the clip, replaying it in their minds. Others shared stories of their own experiences with burnout and being pushed beyond their limits, seeing themselves reflected in Yu Menglong's tired movements. The video has become more than celebrity gossip. It has turned into a mirror for a wider problem that many people recognize all too well. What happens next remains uncertain. Statements, if they come, will be carefully worded. Explanations may focus on logistics rather than emotions. But no matter how the situation is officially framed, the image of an exhausted Yu Menglong being pulled forward has already left a mark. It has shifted the conversation, forcing fans and observers to confront the darker side of success and the human cost that often hides behind polished smiles. In the end, the most haunting part of the video is not the motion itself, but the feeling it leaves behind. A feeling that something is deeply unbalanced. A feeling that exhaustion is being ignored, minimized, or worse, normalized. Whether or not every detail of the incident is ever clarified, one thing is certain. People saw vulnerability in that moment, and they are no longer willing to look away. As the clip continued to ripple through fan communities, the conversation quickly took on the familiar tone of K-drama gossip, where whispers travel faster than official statements and every silence feels suspicious. Netizens began connecting dots, pulling screenshots from past behind-the-scenes videos and variety show appearances, asking the same question in hushed digital voices. Has something been wrong for a long time? Some fans pointed out that Yu Menglong's recent public appearances felt different. His smiles looked practiced, his energy lower, his eyes carrying a heaviness that hadn't been there before. In classic K-drama fashion, viewers began replaying old moments like clues in a mystery plot, treating every pause, every forced laugh, as foreshadowing. This feels like episode 1 of a tragedy arc, one viral comment read, echoing the dramatic language fans often use when reality begins to resemble scripted pain. Rumors soon followed, as they always do. Anonymous posts claimed intense schedules, last-minute changes, and pressure from higher-ups who cared more about deadlines than health. Others whispered about clashes behind the scenes, power struggles, and a culture where saying, "I'm tired," is seen as weakness. While none of these claims were confirmed, the gossip alone kept the fire burning, especially in fandom spaces that thrive on speculation when official voices remain quiet. Qiang's silence only added fuel to the drama. In the world of K-drama scandals, silence is rarely seen as neutral. Fans debated endlessly. Is he being advised to stay quiet, or is there nothing he can say that won't make things worse? Some even compared the situation to infamous drama set controversies, where initial denial later gave way to shocking revelations. The fear now is that this video might just be the tip of the iceberg. Meanwhile, sympathy for Yu Menglong has grown almost protectively intense. Fan edits portraying him as the tragic lead flooded social media, paired with melancholic soundtracks and captions about endurance and suffering. It's dramatic, yes, but it reflects a deeper frustration with an industry that often romanticizes pain as dedication. In gossip circles, he's no longer just an actor or public figure. He's become the exhausted protagonist everyone wants to save. As with every K-drama-like scandal, viewers are bracing for the next episode. Will there be a heartfelt apology? A carefully staged explanation? Or an unexpected twist that changes everything? Until then, the whispers continue, the theories multiply, and one short video keeps replaying in the collective mind, refusing to fade like yesterday's gossip.